Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I really just got on here because I did my hair. Anyways, I'm gonna be doing a brief reading. I heard a shadow message. I'm also hearing shadow banned. Maybe somebody shadow banned, or this is a message from your shadow. So I'm gonna make this brief because I want to share this hair with the world, and I gotta go. So we're gonna keep it very brief. So I guess this is going to be a message from your own subconscious. What is the message from your own subconscious that might not be... Oh, I just got really nervous all of a sudden. Maybe some of you guys need to do some work on your solar plexus chakra, your confidence, your self-identity, things of that nature. The solar plexus chakra is also... Ha! I didn't even touch... That was paused. Hold on one second. Okay, well, anyways, so maybe it wasn't paused. I swear to God it was paused. But anyways, so I do see here we have Pegasus and Cow. So let's go ahead and see what these have to do. So some of you guys are in need of a loving but tough push. So essentially, your subconscious is trying to get you to begin building a strong foundation for your goals. So what is it that you want to see in your life? For example, like if you want to, let's say that you want to become a lawyer, right? Well, then what is it that you need to be able to get things going in that direction? So it's like, okay, well, I need to go to school for this long. I need to put this as my major. I need to go to this school. I need to have this lined up. I keep hearing line up. So it's like, okay, to get started, I need to do A, B, and C. So I'll start with A, and then I'll get to everything done that I need to get done with A, and then I'll move on to step B. And then with step B, with the foundation I built with A, I'm going to be able to build off of what I created from A into B. And then every single action that you take should have an intention behind it. So it's like, okay, this is my final goal. I'm hearing some of you guys might need to write down, you could make a vision board or like a planner. It could be a vision board, it could be a planner. It's just some of you guys need to have a structured plan to get where it is that you want to go, okay? My tooth is hurting all of a sudden. You could have a toothache. Ugh. Some of you guys may need to wear your retainer. I know I do. But anyways, so your spirit guides are trying to push you to make sure that you've done everything that you need to do to be able to go where it is that you want to go. For what I'm kind of getting here is that, so some of you guys might have a lot of vigor, I'm hearing stamina. So it's like you can withstand a lot of inconveniences, but just because you can survive something doesn't mean that you need to go into it. So like, for example, let's say that you want to move out of your parents' house, right? Just because you can survive off of very little money, and I did this when I first moved out, right? So just because you can survive off of very little money doesn't mean that you should try to survive off of very little money. Or let's say, for example, that you want to start a business, right? Just because you can start just selling stuff out of your car doesn't mean that you necessarily want to start doing it that way. If you're going to do it that way, still have all of the other details ironed out before you move forward with selling things out of your car, right? So what kind of products do you want to sell? How are you going to provide yourself with the materials to be able to sell or create those products? Do you need to outsource that work somewhere else? How will you do marketing? Things of that nature, okay? Now with the Pegasus, some of you guys might be hesitating because you don't really feel like, oh, I'm ready to do this, or I'm not ready to step into the spotlight, or to step into this, or to do this. You are ready to do it, but being ready to take the action, being ready to essentially do the thing, doesn't mean that you should just do it without having For some of you, it might be practice. For some of you, it might be, like I said, a foundation, a business plan, whatever it is that you want to get done. You need to have some sort of foundation created, even if it's just a plan that you can implement step by step, right? Especially if you guys are trying to become entrepreneurs or whatever, of whatever sort, because it's kind of giving me the energy that you guys want to become entrepreneurs, start your own business. With the whole great resign and quiet quitting and everybody kind of realizing after the pandemic that, you know, actually a 9 to 5 isn't paying anybody. And to survive in this economy, you need to have extra sources of income. And if you do create passive income, well, then guess what, baby? You're going to be A-okay. But it does require a lot of work to be able to do that. And that's why people struggle more often than not when they want to create a passive income. Most people won't bother starting a business just because it's too much work or research. And they think that it's easier to just work a 9 to 5 and have somebody else do all the paperwork for you than for you to take control of your own finances and of your own business and to create something of your own. Of course, finances are a big part of a lot of it, right? But a lot of people don't know. I think it's like, I'm not even going to get into that. You can look into the different business licenses, real estate licenses, copyright, this, that, whatever fucking license or certificate that you might need to be able to get started in something. But you guys are kind of being pushed, to whoever's watching this, being pushed to create a foundation for yourself and just go for it. Like, just go for it. Just get what you need, buy the thing, get it started, get it going, okay? I feel like this is going to be a brief message. Some of you guys could have Scorpio in your chart or could be dealing with a Scorpio. I'm hearing that some of you guys might have thought this was over for you, and it's not. Some of you guys might want to share a message with the world by means of your business is kind of what I'm getting here. A big part of you being able to bring this into fruition is being able to forgive manipulative people from your past as well. So like I said, maybe some of you guys are discouraged because of people that you tried to work with in the past that have maybe kind of made you lose your energy or lose your vigor or lose your drive. I'm being guided to say this is not about me. I'm A-okay. I don't know who needs to hear that. I know I got some of my family on here, and they're probably reading this like, oh my God, Nana, you good? I'm fantastic. Okay, I did my hair. But anyways, yeah, I'm just kind of getting here. It's like you might be emotionally exhausted, okay? But you are happy and you are content. So it's like for those of you that needed to hear this, this isn't over for you, okay? Like you do have a lot more coming for you. And the reason why whatever it is that you're working on has not had the result that you want is not because you're not destined for something. It's not because you're not meant to have something or be somewhere. You're very much meant to be wherever it is that you're feeling called to go, okay? For some of you, it's who you feel called to go with. You're very much meant to have that or be with this person, have this job, have this career, this business, this position, whatever the case might be. But before, I'm hearing inner work. Before you can get there, you need to do the inner work. Now I'm being guided to tell you guys about rushing relationships. So if this is not about a professional environment and this pertains to like a romantic setting or a romantic interest, you can't rush yourself into the final goal, right? Whatever the final chapter I'm hearing, whatever your final goal is, right? So it's like if you meet somebody and y'all are vibing, that doesn't mean that that's the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with, if you're even somebody that is interested in having that kind of commitment, right? If you meet somebody, you need to be willing and able to lay a foundation with that person, right? Don't just jump into a relationship with every single person that you come across. Don't just jump into marriage, child rearing. For me, it's sex. Like, don't just jump into sex with the first person that you seem to vibe with. Because I'm gonna be real with you, y'all. If I were to sleep with every single person that I vibed with, because I get along with a lot of people, okay? Child, my body count will be astronomically high, okay? But we don't do that, okay? Because just because I'm nice don't mean you get to, you ain't getting none of this, okay? We can just high five, okay? But there's a need for you to understand the importance in boundary setting and laying a foundation and just the faith that whoever is for you is going to be for you, irrespective of any other bullshit that happens in life. The only thing that can stop you from getting what you want or where you want in life is you. Your actions, your attitudes, your consistency, or your lack thereof. It is all contingent upon what you decide to do and what route you decide to take with it, okay? if this is a romantic sense, you could meet somebody that's really kind and generous and all of the things that you claim that you wanted, but then you never did the inner work to be the person that they would want or that they would need you to be. So regardless of whether you guys get along or not, you didn't do the healing work necessary to be able to connect with this person. So then what ends up happening? Well, because you didn't do that work, then you start going back into the same old toxic behaviors that you haven't even become cognizant of because you've been doing them for so long, and you're used to a certain dynamic that when you get to somebody that has the qualities that you feel you want, you end up pushing them away, right? You end up pushing them away because you didn't do the inner work. So it's like you're coming into it possibly combative, argumentative, maybe whatever. I'm not going to say that because that's too specific, but whatever it is that you were doing in the past, you brought to a new situation. And the situation that you brought that old energy into was in alignment with what you wanted, but you were not in alignment with what you wanted, okay? That's the reason why it didn't work out. Or it could be vice versa, right? They didn't do the work. So even though they seem to be like somebody that would have been compatible, whatever the case might be, they're not doing the work to build the foundation for the relationship that you want. So now you have to walk away. Do you understand what I'm getting at? So you're being guided to lay a foundation for whatever it is that you want in life, whether that be a business, a career, a relationship, an aesthetic bitch, like whatever it is that you say that you want. You need to be willing to lay the foundation and do it now, because this is, I guess it's a gentle but loving, like a loving but serious nudge to kind of get your shit together. Okay, get it together, girl. Like you want it. You want it. You say that you want it. For some of you guys, I'm being guided to tell you that for some of you, it might even be a divorce, right? So it's like, let's say, for example, oh, wow, that's kind of sad. Let's say, for example, that you've been in an unhappy relationship for a really long time. Okay, you've been in an unhappy relationship for a really long time, and you could see people that are single and are just happy, accomplishing things, living their best life. Maybe you knew somebody that was in an abusive relationship or an unhappy relationship, right? And then you saw them get single or divorce or break up, and then you just saw them glow up, and you're just like, damn, that's me. You know, that should be me. Like, if I were to get away from homeboy, and you can even look at like your spouse or your partner and kind of resent them, like, you know, we could have accomplished so much shit together if we would have just did A, B, and C, or if you would have done A, B, and C, or maybe if I would have done whatever, right? And then now you're realizing like, wow, I could get so much further in my life if I was just by myself. Well, if that's what you feel like you're being guided to do, boo-boo, and of course, that's something I'm not going to be like, get your shit together with, because that's a totally different story, right? Not changing the message at all, but it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3 when it comes to something like that, right? But if that's something that you're feeling guided to do, like, okay, well then I feel like I want to break up, or I want to divorce or separate, or whatever the case might be. Divorces cost a lot of money, right? Breakups cost a lot of money, because especially if you've been with somebody for a while and you've built a foundation, you have a home that's in both of your guys' names, you have loans together, you have this together, that together, businesses together, and then it's like, well, now I have to go through the hustle and tussle of essentially breaking free from all of these legally binding contracts that we all put together. So how do I do that? And sometimes just the idea of that is enough to make somebody say, you know what, fuck it, then I just won't bother getting the separation. Well, unfortunately, it's kind of like making a choice, right? Because if you choose not to be separate, or if you choose not to divorce or to break up or not to separate, well, then you're kind of choosing to undergo the exact same treatment, problems, whatever it is that you've been going through for however long, right? You're kind of electing then, okay, whatever it is that I want out of my life is not worth it because I'm not willing to do A, B, and C. That sounds really harsh, and I don't intend for it to sound harsh, but that's kind of how it's communicated by means of action, right? When I was in an abusive relationship, I was with a narcissistic abuser for 2 years. And I remembered, like, even my cousin said it. She was like, I feel like he's a narcissistic, abusive asshole that doesn't appreciate you. She read me to filth. And, but essentially what ended up happening was I started seeing my friends get out of their unhappy relationships. And I'm like, damn, homegirl doing A, B, and C. they're doing X, Y, and Z. That could be me right now, and it's not. And then I'm just like, but it's just like the drama that would have come with breaking up with him was just too overwhelming. Sometimes I just wanted to segue into another relationship, which I didn't do, despite the narrative that he spun for why I dumped his ass, or if I dumped his ass. I broke up with this nigga. I kid you not. I broke up with this nigga. He was telling people and acting like I was cheating on him. He had cheated on me the entire relationship. He was telling people that I was just out there cheating on him, and now she's taking it out on me, and she's not being the person that she said she was, and blah, 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 blah. Essentially calling my relatives, calling my siblings, calling my cousins, essentially doing everything he could in his fucking power to destroy my reputation. Now, mind you, he didn't destroy it because everybody knew he was a piece of shit, right? But it still gave me a lot of stress. Like, I blocked the man on all social media. He hit me up on WhatsApp. I blocked him on WhatsApp. He created a fake number, multiple fake numbers, and blew me up on WhatsApp. I blocked WhatsApp. I ended up deleting WhatsApp entirely and said, fuck it. The nigga started emailing me, and I was like, bro, you did not have the same energy when you were sleeping with so-and-so. Why are you trying to pull me back so much when you were always saying that I was the one that needed you and I couldn't do anything without you and I was going to need you forever and I was never going to find anybody like you? God forbid. You know what I'm saying? So I guess the moral of this message is that you're being gently pushed to take the action that you need to take to get where it is that you want to get, but to not be impulsive about it either, right? So if it means I'm hearing something about documents. Like slowly pulling documents away and slowly building up your own finances and like slow looking at other houses and apartments and stuff. And just, I'm nothing. You know what I'm saying? I hope I'm making sense. But that's for the relationship sense of it. But either way, this is your subconscious or even your higher self giving you that gentle nudge to start planning and taking action on whatever it is that you want to see happen in your life, okay? I'm sending you my love. I'll see you later, bye!